Hey, this is the Chill Conservative Bro. Today we're going to talk about this topic. We're going to go into, I say what's going on with ICE. I'm not a fan of violence ever, but I've seen both videos, and I seen a video where it was like face to face, front to front, not just a zoom in video. There was a cop, well, ICE agent, I said cop. You know, they all wear the same stuff. Sometimes confusing, but they all show up in similar situations. One, maybe a cop calls ICE on whatever, but an ICE agent said stop, and he was.
Are we going to show the videos? Because I think we have them. Can we go ahead and show those? Yep, we're going to take them, Karen. Just hang with us here.
Okay, great.
There it is.
All right. ICE watchers and neighbors were recording as a confrontation between agents and a protester was quickly unfolding. Now let's take a closer look. Watch as agents approach the driver. The 37-year-old woman begins backing up as one agent has his hand on the door handle of the vehicle and the other arm appears to be reaching inside through the car window. At the same time, there is an agent on the front left corner of that SUV. That is the agent who fires his gun. First, it appears to be through the windshield, the following two shots through the open window. But there is another angle from the front of the SUV. It is the angle President Donald Trump refers to on social media when he defends the ICE agent's actions. In it, you see the agent on the front left corner of the SUV. And in the chaos, it does appear to show that agent being hit by that SUV. The agent then fires 3 times, reportedly hitting the woman in the face. The driver then crashes into 2 parked cars. ICE is claiming self-defense that the woman was using her car as a weapon.
Right there next to the driver's door side, and the lady was literally about to run him over, and looks like he either did or hit him somehow because he fell down and was shooting.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
At the same, so if you try to take a cop's life in any type of way, that can be justifiable. Because who's to say that the shots, whether they hit or not, helped him not get hurt, or other agents that could have been behind them or stuff, or even people, so this is why, anger can lead to that situation. If you feel like you're standing up for yourself, that can be different, but left it's hard to say, because I can't even say you have to watch, because it's hard to watch when you're angry too. So I say if you can calm down, try to calm down, especially when you're around people and police and stuff. You feel like you may have the right or not, whatever party you're from. Once things get too angry, sometimes things can go out of hand, and sometimes I think we over-personalize things too, nowadays, and here in America with the news. Because even if you are from any particular party, right? Who's to say that somebody from a different state is more prone or not to do something, or to act a certain way, or you from LA, you from a big city, to me, because, or you're more near a popular state or whatever, or near popular named cities. I say everybody from every city has something. So to offer something to think about, even if you feel like you got nothing, you automatically can, or you can gain wisdom a lot more, because you're not just, not just, hey, look at that's big whatever over there, big Richard or big whatever, yeah. You're not an actor, a basketball player, whatever. You have to be more wise. You're not rich. You have to be more wise. So everybody has something. But if you're from a big city, especially, I feel, in my opinion, based on some people I met, I met some really ignorant people as well. So it's not everybody. But it seems like there's more awareness of things or issues, or just there's more thought. It's not just, this is how I feel and I'm going to act out kind of in a way. Like somebody might say somebody from the country can be more like that. And they're not used to seeing situations. So, or dealing with tough situations. Just being near, like you've seen in, I'm not for what happened with the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. Even if I'm conservative, I'll say, hey, God bless, people on both sides, help them out. But, just being near that other state where guns is allowed and stuff, who's to say that, even though he wasn't from Wisconsin, let's say, but he worked in Wisconsin, who's to say, as a security guard and with guns like it's normal over there, that fewer incidents happen? Like in states where there's more guns, you can safely say, for the most part, there's less home invasions, and they say it in states without, generally speaking. So they're not used to dealing with situations when nobody, citizens are not saying it's good or bad. You can be more of a mediator in some sense, and knowing, like, let's say a bear comes out, you don't have to always shoot that bear. You couldn't even do it if you wanted to in your state. So you have some skills that can be all. It doesn't mean that everything about the policies or politics that's going on in your city, in that state, or whatever is the case. But hey, this is what I'm saying. Everything is not in LA. Everything is not in New York. Everything bad is not in Chicago. We can see from this situation, even though there are bad situations going on in those places. So I think with guidance, with the counseling of sorts, I don't mean, like having a visit, people will call it shrink, but counseling as there's like a council, like people who talk about these issues and come together, and instead of just making a decision based on what somebody in your neighborhood thinks, or people in your neighborhood, you get people with different perspectives coming together, can help with that. Let's say in the Bible, treat others as you want, and with that beliefs going forward, things can be better. But we do have to be aware that there's other things going on, many factors going on, and sad situation. I think it's sad that regular people who don't even, it might not even be the most, investigative mindset. They're not anybody, let's say they're not a politician, they're not, a famous FBI investigator, they're not anything like that. And they seem to be forced to, or feel forced to make, like, heavy decisions that can weigh on the conscience later on, and it can affect their livelihood, the job, the stress, the family. You know, you stress from a job, you know, sometimes accidentally. I've done it too. I've came home mad, and yeah, that can, coming home mad and you having a conversation, you know, some people might think you're mad at them or not, or, you know, this is not good, this can't be going on like this, and lead to other things down the line, or skip conversations, or somebody else feeling like, you know, they got problems too, and what do you mean? And things just tend to escalate when we are too mad at that. So, honestly speaking, it's not headline news or local news. There's gonna be somebody somewhere doing something. It's gonna affect yourself, your job, your whatever. Even if there's somebody at your job that likes to hear about that type of stuff, or the news or whatever. Yeah, that's right. You want to get that moment. You know, I feel like it's better doing that in any other category, sports. It can be whatever. But it's exercise, any other, maybe you like a talk show. Like he said, what? I was like, oh yeah. I was surprised that, you know, that guy in the talk show said this. But real lives where family members and multiple things, and even if you say something, you can't say sorry because you're either on the internet, you're far away, or yeah, you're somewhere. And the damage, or not, you don't even know sometimes. We don't know either how far or not things have went. Sometimes somebody may take a gun out just to scare, and then or it looked like they might have, but they didn't want to aim it. But you know, he got pushed, so then the trigger got pulled by accident. It was a misfire. We never know. Sometimes when that can happen, I'm not gonna say this is the first. We have to look at every incident like everybody's the most innocent, but it shouldn't be as they're automatically guilty first. Like all of that uproar. It's like, let's say people are not really even mad at that agent. They're mad at another agent from another case that killed somebody, right? I mean, that agent's supposed to not show up to work. You know, if he's doing everything correctly, he's supposed to beat up the guy and shoot him too. You think the agent's supposed to take a water bottle out and wet the guy, and you know, because of what he thought from his angle, and another guy from another angle, and you know, they're all supposed to quit their jobs when there's literally people with $50,000 bounties controlling narratives or having some type of influence in what goes on in that. Because once money is thrown, that type of amount, you know, proper reasoning from certain individuals can go out the window. It's one of those things that are not the easiest to talk about. We never know what somebody else might do in a hard situation, and with things going on and on the news, you know, unless you are like, I'm not even sure how to put it, but basically we never know what somebody may or may not do with, the millions of people that are on this country and all types of different uh, places, backgrounds. Like we have no idea, because I feel like instead of, that, if I don't know what that woman's intentions were, if she was trying to do what she did just to escape, because there's so many people, but I feel like, I'm not sure why, but it's kind of like if people or certain people, they feel like they have to push the boundaries just to feel protected in a way. It sounds weird, but it seems like some people think they have to act a certain way. They can't just say okay and move on and maybe think about it later or do something later or whatever it is. And even if in there's situations like that, people who do not have, everybody's not going to be able to do that in that situation. I feel like you have to be like calm to be able to, hey, how come it's like this? And oh well, and you have to be careful. You can't just be mad. And if something does happen to that person because of that, it could be very sad and hard to think about who it is, what is going on. And I feel like sometimes the wrong people can get involved with the wrong situations. There are situations they're not capable of, but they feel like, or you don't have the mental strength to deal with that, and they try to do it anyways, and things can escalate even more, which is sad. I don't like to see any of that type of stuff. So that's why I think it's better to just drop it, leave it on God. If everybody did that, I think we could be in a more peaceful situation. If anything, it could have been a lawsuit, no deaths. And I think this is what people should. I don't tell nobody exactly what to do, but it seems like there's more of a push to help or not only in death, only when the person can never be seen again, can never feel like totally, whether they're in the hospital for a long time or not, only in the most tragic situations. And I think there should be more of a push for life in building. Somebody graduates high school, more of a push, maybe in a community or college or something, not just because somebody else is there too, or not just, if all these people would have been supporting a lawsuit, hey, yes, I'm willing to go to court to help out the situation, and she's alive. Like, then she wouldn't even feel the need, I feel like, to even push this thing as far as she probably did, but because she feels like there won't be any assistance at all from anybody in the community, and everything is on her, whether it's for somebody else or not. Then they feel like they're forced to, go this route, sadly, and then it turns out, even if she was realizing or not, that the other guy could have been right, because I seen in a video it looked like a body cam, he was knocked down. So this is why I've been in situations as well where everything was right, whether it was a car accident or whatever, except one detail, even if I was recording or not. Like, somebody told me, nah, if somebody hits you from this, or somebody, it's like, wow, I could be guilty for that. So even if I had, if I was right in the car accident and I was, or, maybe I don't have to stop and be as careful because it's his fault, my fault, and his fault. He should have learned. He should have been watching, you know, if you did this at this turn or not, or if this person crashes you, you could be found guilty or not, no matter the feelings behind it, because the feelings can change. It can be, you know, for a certain moment, a certain time, but these type of stuff and angles and all of this, it's like, and then to top it off, if the damage is done in the car or it wasn't worth a certain amount, all that money spent on the, like, bye to the car, all that money I spent on the car, whether it was the brakes and this and that and suspension, all gone. Got to get a new car because it was, you know, like this. Yeah, and then probably go through the same thing because I'm not getting a brand new car. No, so it's or even worse. You know, if I get into a payment and then the car has a problem too, you know, so it's better to avoid it. Whether it's for car problems, like your life could be lost too, or it's just, it's sad that that's another thing. You really don't know nowadays. I don't want to scare people, so I don't want to say too much. But who's to say that the person involved or not was not, I don't even want to say anything. I know it's gonna sound crazy for y'all. Everybody's not used to somebody, you know, speaking from a chill perspective as well. But I'm just gonna say, who's to say that the officer was not, the ICE officer, I'm gonna say, be more specific, was not, you know, 100%. And sometimes it doesn't. It's like with car accidents, for example. If I'm 70% right, 80% right, I'm still held guilty for that 20%. So I can't tell you exactly what it is gonna happen in the court of law, but it could be that because he's you know, his position as well. And just in general, because I feel like that 20% loss guilty thing sounds stupid. Like I gotta pay somebody 20, you know what I mean? I gotta be held like a liability, or my bills go up because of 20%. Is it going up just 20% or not? You know, it goes up more than 20. So it's like 20% probably like $20 or something. So to me, it doesn't make sense. I think some laws are weird, or they just, you know. Yeah, so sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's, hey, if you knock down, you're knocked down. So it's like, if, it sounds crazy, but let's say even in a fight, if somebody, it's like, it's bigger, even though it sounds crazy. If somebody, let's say, grabs a hold of an officer and wants to body slam him, I don't want to say too much, but just holding near the waist, near gas, near, you know, a gun, that's where the guns is. Can look like or seem like, even in his perspective, you're trying to grab his gun. So, and then even if, let's say we don't know what happened. Like, is his legs broken? Is his hip broken? Is his, you know, whatever body part? Like, can he have kids? So it's like, to me, it's pretty sad. Stomach, you know, is he having other types of problems? You know, your head gets banged. You got by a car. Somebody pushes you or something. It's totally different than a big SUV. Boom, boom, boom. And you hit the floor. That could be worse than a car accident. You know, a car accident, you just hit maybe the window or something. Maybe a steering wheel. But you hit hard concrete floor. Something is going on. And, you know, who does something happens, might say, hey, let's sue this agency. Who can he sue if he's... So sometimes I just put in perspective that some situations are more, even if this one is the way it is, or gonna look like he was more innocent, some cases can look more blurry on who's innocent. And at the end of the day, both parties like do not win at times, or even if someone does feel like they win, it would be like by a little bit, and there's a lot more pain in a lot of the categories. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Comment below, like, subscribe for more. Appreciate all the fans listening, and leave you for next time. Leave you and this topic or another topics for next time.